poliosis. I can't even eat Lucky Charms. They go right through me too. The little oat X's hurt when they come out. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, there's a blue moon. Now I can fart in a rainbow of colors.
Okay, I'm trying to...
Okay, listen, why don't you just go ahead and do the song? I don't care. Okay? I'll do this song now. I need a note. So I know where the hell I am. You got a note for me, guitar guy? You weren't even close. Gosh, I wonder why. Look at my giant ears. Can we have the note again? Yeah, good. Didn't hear it the first time. Dashing through the sand with a long strap to my back. I have a nasty plan for Christmas in Iraq. I got through checkpoint A, but not through checkpoint B. That's when I got shot in the ass by the U.S. military.
Kill you.
And this is a sad song. Oh, jingle bombs, mine blew up, you see. Where are all the virgins that Bin Laden promised me? Oh, jingle bombs, your soldier shot me dead. The only thing that I have left is this towel up on my head. I used to be a man, but every time I cough, thanks to Uncle Sam, my nuts keep falling off. Stop looking, you perverts! You can look, but don't cheat. And I have an Irish wiener. It's magically delicious. Okay, that's funny. I give you that one. That was good. My bombing days are gone. I need to find some work. Perhaps it would be much safer as a convenience store night clerk. Oh, jingle bombs, I think I got screwed. Don't laugh at me because I'm dead or I kill you. Silence! I kill you.
No time? With Braun, you can still look legendary. Braun Series 9.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all the Jews were at the movies. Or eating Chinese food. I'm just trying to include everybody. 'Twas, hold it! What? Who the hell says 'twas? It's in the story. It's old and stupid. It's tradition. 'Tis it. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Why is it always a house? What, there's kids who live in apartments? How does
Facts.
Santa Claus get to the kids in the apartments, Uncle Jeffy? They have to buzz his ass in.
That's true though.
creature was stirring, except for the ass and two...
Oh, I thought you didn't see it.
They have to buzz his ass in.
I didn't see I died.
Santa Claus. And all through the apartments, not a creature was stirring, except for the ass and 2B. They're drunk and hitting each other with menorahs. Oy vey. That's Jewish for holy s***. Nothing funnier than throwing in a couple of holy s*** in the middle of the night before Christmas, huh? Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Mouse, you wish. You're in an apartment. That's a rat.
I forget.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, and believe me, the room could use some fresh air. Seriously, how the hell did that tradition start? What, hanging up dirty laundry, hoping Santa would fill it with goodies? Ugh. I'd like to suck on this candy cane, but it smells like Dad's feet. Good thing the tradition wasn't jock straps. Sally, what's in yours? Nuts. And Mommy says they're magically delicious. You are ruining this story. Well, you're the pervert eating out of your own jockstrap. Isn't this the part where the kids are sleeping with sugar plums dancing in their heads? What does that mean? I think they're hallucinating. These apartment children are on drugs. Santa's gonna bring me a G.I.
Well,
Joe
we're getting
and a
oak.
bong. And Daddy wants a ho-ho-ho. It's Daddy and the Three Hoes. With Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a big snort of crack. Oh, guitar guy, you're in the story too. Well, you have to get to the part where Santa gets busted for breaking and entering. Where the hell is that? It's not breaking and entering. Oh, keep reading. I think it qualifies. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He fell down. Yes, doesn't it say his face was all red? Yeah. Why does no one ever see this? He is drunk off his ass. This is a horrible, horrible story. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Fat, drinking and driving, in a furry gay outfit, covered in soot, he's smoking, and you let him in the house because he said he had something for your kids.
Yo, think about that though.
And his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Fat, drinking and driving, in a furry gay outfit, covered in soot, he's smoking, and you let him in the house because he said he...
They're talking about Santa. Listen.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Fat, drinking and driving, in a furry gay outfit, covered in soot, he's smoking, and you let him in the house because he said he had something for your kids. What the hell kind of father are you anyway? If I were you, I'd check his ID, then taser his fat ass. And how fat is this guy anyway? Everyone always leaving him plates full of cookies. I think he's a diabetic too, don't you think? You gotta leave him a plate full of insulin. How about that? can't wait to hear this story next year. The Night Before Christmas, Part 2. Santa's on dialysis and he's missing a leg.
Yes, I see the sun, Austin.
Can I finish this story? Oh, please do. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. Gotta go quick, because there's a cop with a pistol. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all. Oh, crap, I ran over your bike. You guys have been a great audience.
I told you that guy.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for dressing like crap for our show. What the hell? I guess you're saving money for your drug abuse. Oh, he does drugs, and he shares them with me. How do you think I lost all this weight? Hey, listen, guitar guy, I'm glad you're here today, and I must say, you are a master at playing your guitar, are you not? Of course you are. Well, have you heard of this game, Guitar Hero? Well, I had been practicing that, and I must say, when it comes to playing the guitar, I think that now I could kick your ass. I could kick his ass on the guitar, I know I can. Did I say Guitar Hero? I meant Halo. I think Brian is better than you. I know. I got nothing now. My life sucks more. I had so many problems.
Yeah, we heard about them.
No, there's more. Would you like to hear?
Okay.
Okay. Last week, I thought I had scoliosis. This is where Jeff makes up crap just to make Guitar Guy laugh. You think that's funny? You told me I was twisted. I thought you meant my sense of humor. Wait till you get scoliosis, Guitar Guy. You'll be playing that thing behind your head because you have to. Don't look at me. That's what she said. Did you know he had scoliosis? No. Maybe we should talk to him about it. Yeah. Okay. So, Ahmed, what did you do about the scoliosis? Well, I went to the doctor. What happened? The idiot goes, hey, let's take an x-ray. I said, you idiot, how about a freaking Polaroid? The same thing, you oh crap. Well, apparently I have polio too. Well, anybody with poliosis should What the is scoliosis?
Lieutenant. Republican
holiday season, you can count on Kroger. You get up-high quality with our exclusive brands and down-low prices. Because at Kroger...
What are you doing? Put that damn thing away. We left out a couple of new jokes. I don't care. Put the damn thing away. No, wait. Put it away. Wait, no. Yeah, now. I don't want to do that. What? No, we do it. No, we did set up. Put it away. Don't you flare your nostrils in the ass. I'll take you out right here. Can you just listen to me? What, we left out a couple of the new jokes. We did? Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, son of a bitch, there's a good one right there. Oh, there's the Dunk-a-Dunk chick. That's you. That was a good one. Do that one, huh? Do that one. No, I don't want to do that one. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't care. I don't want to do it. But we rehearsed it. I don't care. Wait, look, there's two of us up here that make decisions, and one of us does not want to do it. Please? What? Please? What the hell is wrong with you? What? No man says please to another man. All the girls at your house are getting to you. You're acting like a chick. Will you just do this? Oh, Lord. All right, what the hell? Thank you. Whatever. Hey, Jeff, you ever yelled out the wrong name during sex? That's not it. I don't care. I want to do this one. No. Oh, your wife said you had. That was a long time ago. I know. She said it was very awkward. He went, Philip. That is not true. Still funny as hell. Let me ask you a question. I'm very happy for the African Americans that they have the Kwanzaa holiday. Yeah. How come there's no all-white holidays? What? Merry Caucasia. Tonight we'll be having our customary Caucasia dinner, meatloaf and tater tots. Then we'll be singing our traditional Caucasia songs, Freebird and Margaritaville. Merry Caucasia. Hell, you could be the poster child for that holiday. Can we talk a little bit more about Christmas? Whatever. So, what did you get your wife? Mop? Well, you take the stick out. Hey, it's a wig. What are you shopping for your wife? At the 99-cent store? What'd you get your grandson? A sponge? That's not a toy. It is when you convince him it's SpongeBob. What did he say to that? He said, SpongeBob is not blue with a scour side. I said, it is when he has an infection. Keep scrubbing.
Make sure you put that big back onto your lawn.
I know.
I want to be rich.
I don't want to ruin our lawn.
Why?
I don't know. I fished you. Sorry. I didn't think that would pull you off. Are you gonna murder my face now? spaghetti.
Good evening. Merry Christmas. Infidels. How are you, Ahmed? No! Do not say my name! Why not? I'm incognito. I have now successfully blended into your society. Thanks to this master disguise. You have on a disguise. Silence! I kill you!
He's my favorite. Always has been.
Silence! I kill you too! So, your disguise is this Christmas hat? Don't say Christmas. It's a holiday hat. Why can't I say Christmas? You offend the other infidels. You're afraid of offending people? Yeah. You're a terrorist. You kill people. That's different. Killing folks is easy. Being politically correct is a pain in the ass. But have you ever actually killed anyone? Yeah. Where? In a video game. Grand Theft Camel. Hey! That's a great video game. Terrorists around the world love that game. My son loved that game. Your son? He's not
I
around
pulled a
anymore.
bowl, Brandon.
Why not? I'm a horrible parent. Why? I took him to take your kid to work day. It's not funny. My wife is still pissed at me. She came to the market and said, "Where's our son?" And I go, over there, and up there.
Oh my god.
Kids nowadays, they blow up so fast. So, Ahmed, you're trying to impersonate someone? I'm Santa Claus, damn it! I look just like him. I'm jolly. And I'm fat. Ish. You're not fat. I am if I'm a supermodel. Screw you, that's funny.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts every college football Saturday to turn wins into bigger wins. So how do we...
Peanut, what is wrong with you? NyQuil and Red Bull. Will you calm down? I don't think I can. Just hold on. Take deep breaths. Slow it down. Are you okay? I think so. Look at me. Look at me. You're so cute. Okay, Peanut, there's one more member of our family that we need to introduce. Hold it, family? We're a family? Well, oh my gosh. Please tell me I'm adopted. And I'd like to be an Angelina Jolie adoptee. And one who's still nursing. I'm sorry, Brad Pitt, but I'm the kid and I'm freaking thirsty. My biggest decision of the day will be, let's see, left or right? Or right down the middle?
I will say they made copper useful now.
Peanut, how do we go from Christmas to Angelina's boobs? I don't know. Can you get them for Christmas for me, please? They would be my holiday hooters.
They made copper useful. You can make
You ever
tools out
put
of it.
tinsel on a tata? Will you stop it? All I want for Christmas are her two headlights. And Tit's gonna be unhappy. You're making fun of his wife. Titties. Yes, I said titties. Bodacious tatas.
Tatas.
Poems.
If they're little, they're tittles.
They're tittles.
If they're big, they're tatonsters. Titzillas.
Titzillas.
Titonics.
I will say
Well, they're
that's one
sad
thing
because when they get older, they sink.
that Zach and Brady don't understand is
What?
that I'm not open about women around people I don't really. I wouldn't call it trust. How can I explain this? Like, cause I'm open to you because I'm the one that told you.
I know.
I mean, I tell you things all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can explain it.
Yeah, don't explain that one. Not that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying we're currently on live right now.
Oh fuck, I forgot about it.
Guys, he's just talking about, you know, women in general. Like, he just don't want, like, to open up about women to people he doesn't, you know, is not as close with. That's all he's talking about.
Yep. Don't turn into Bill Cosby, kids. That was perfect cue. That was perfect cue. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Holy crap, I made you laugh on that one. Globes of love. You know, I was actually talking about Jose. The jalapeno. Honestly? Yeah. You know, I don't think Jose celebrates Christmas. No? He said, no, they do something called Navidad. With some chick named Phyllis. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, that bitch. Bubba, I understand you've been writing Santa a letter. Yeah, I done it on the computer. Ah, did you mail it to him? No. Why? My computer won't fit in the mailbox. Walter's right. You are a dumbass. You know, Bubba J, I took the opportunity of printing your letter for you. And I noticed when I printed it that the ink was kind of weird. That's because I was running out of ink, so I mixed it with beer. You mixed beer with the ink? Yeah. And if you smell that thing when you're eating it, you get a contact drunk. I learned that from Guitar Guy. Beer nog. How do you make beer nog? Well, you take a big old bowl of eggnog and you pour it down the sink. And then you drink a beer. Well, Bubba J, I'm very interested in what you wrote, so could you read the letter? Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Okay. Bubba J, hang on, I ain't done yet. Bubba J, I ain't done yet. Bubba J, what? Don't yell at me. You scare me when you yell. You remind me of that judge on American Idol. Simon, Paula. What I meant was, could you read the letter out loud? Oh, duh. Okay, you didn't say that. I go ahead. Okay. Dear Santa, hi, it's me, Bubba J. That's me. Okay. Remember, I was the guy last Christmas who lit the fireplace just as you came down the chimney. Sorry about your suit and your ass. Next time, you should wear a NASCAR suit. See, it don't burn. He needs fire retardant tidy whities. You lit Santa on fire? No, damn fireplace did. And what happened? Whoosh! He burst into flames like Marilyn Manson at a Baptist revival.
You gotta get inside.
Bubba J, that's awful. That's why I'm still in therapy. It was hard to hear Santa go from ho, ho, ho to ho, ho, holy shit! Why didn't you grab the nearest liquid and put him out? That would have been a waste of beer. What about water? We don't drink that crap. So how'd you put him out? I peed on him. Yeah, I've added a new step to that list. What list? Stop, drop, and quit rolling around so I can piss on you. Was anything else going on during all this? Yeah, my dumbass brother was singing, on the first day of Christmas, Santa was on fire, and Bubba was a whizzing on his head. On the second day of Christmas, Santa said to me, see, his face is all wrapped up in gauze. Bubba J, this is terrible. Well, it seemed like it at the time. Next day, it's thunder and hail. We peed on ourselves, laughing about it.
You the cable guy?
No, it's Jeff Dunham.
Oh no, your girlfriend's dad doesn't like his gift. Maybe there's time to get a deal on something else.
So your wife's in town? Oh, yeah. She having a good time? She always has a good time. Good. Pisses me off. She's a lovely lady. She's getting old. Well, women age like fine wine. She's aging like milk. Did you guys get another argument this morning? Yeah, what happened? I don't know. She rolled out of bed, jumped on her menstrual cycle, and ran my ass over. You know, you don't have to do this. Yeah, I could get a real job. Yeah, what would you do? I want to be a greeter at Walmart. What the hell's so funny?
You don't want to do that shit.
At Walmart, what would be your opening line? Oh, welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Yeah. Please. Don't ask dumbass questions.
Have a nice
How
day.
healthy is this for your body?
Anything else wrong? I don't know. My wife and I couldn't find any place to park anywhere near this stinking joint. Some jerk pulled up in a brand new Mercedes, goes right in the handicapped spot. He got out of the car and there's nothing wrong with him. Don't you hate that? So I ran his ass over. I made an honest man out of him. And his mother got out the other side, started swinging her crutches at me. Took her out with the door. Don't you feel kind of bad? Oh, hell, they can carpool. Good thing the police didn't see you. I ain't afraid of the cops around Santa Ana. You seen some of these guys? What, cops on bicycles? What's wrong with that? How intimidating is this? Sorry, buddy, pull it over. Ching, ching, ching. What are they doing? They arrest somebody. All right, in the basket. Yes, ladies, I wrote that joke. Yeah, you can tell the rookie cops, they got playing cards in their spokes. Oh, digga, 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 digga. So your wife's in town? Oh, yeah. She having a good time? She always has a good time. Good. Pisses me off. She's a lovely lady. She's getting old. Well, women age like fine wine. She's aging like milk. Did you guys get another argument this morning? Yeah, what happened? I don't know. She rolled out of bed, jumped on her menstrual cycle, and ran my ass over.
Hey, congrats on testing negative. For a personality, send your friend a roast at whiteclaw.com.
I got help to push back.
I got help to push back. Lee Baldy helped.
Never heard it put quite that way before. Oh, it even has a sound. It goes nag, 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 nag. Bitch, bitch, bitch. How long you been married? What is it now? 46 years. What was the happiest moment of your life? 47 years ago. How long you been married? 15 years. You'll see. I'll see what? Remember when you said, till death do us part? Yeah. Later, you realize you're actually setting a goal. Walter, what exactly is marriage to you? It's like drinking a Slurpee. First couple of sips are like, boy, it's really good. I'm glad I did this. And you keep drinking, it goes right to your head, and you go, ow, ow, ow. The hell was I thinking? Someone kill me, please. It eventually stops hurting. Yeah, then you're stooping it up, taking out a frickin' sip. Ain't the same anymore, is it? What, being married all these years? What, you can't look at other women now? You can't talk to them? You can't do nothing. What are you talking about? I'll show you what I'm talking about. See this lovely young lady sitting right here in the front row? This gorgeous young thing. Do you see her? Do you see her? Yeah? Oh, well. Only thing you can do now is run to the end of your chain and bark. Getting married's kind of like buying a new car. You know when you see that car on the showroom floor just before you take it home? Yeah, that's as good as it's ever going to look. Pretty soon it'll have dents and scratches, parts start to go bad. Then the new models come out, you're like, oh, honey, can I just sit in it? Don't remember. Walter, how's the love life? Getting sex? Yeah, I'm married, you moron. I'm too old, too. You're not too old. How would you know? Well, I don't know, but I do know I had grandparents who, well into their 80s, were still having fun. Their 80s? Yeah, good God. What the hell kind of sex is that? Was it good for you? I can't remember.
Austin,
What?
listen. Listen.
Walter, how's the love life? Getting sex? Yeah, I'm married, you moron. I'm too old, too. You're not too old. How would you know? Well, I don't know, but I do know I had grandparents who, well into their 80s, were still having fun. Their 80s? Yeah, good God. What the hell kind of sex is that? Was it good for you? I can't remember.
Was it good for you? Oh, I can't remember.
We just finished. Yeah, who are you? Walter, are you trying to tell me there's nothing sexually going on between you and your wife? It's very difficult. She gripes about everything. Like what? She said I don't make the right noises during sex. Sorry to hear that. Want to hear what I do? No. All right, you talked me into it. Now, wait a minute. Now, be careful. These are going to be kind of pornographic. Get off.
Or if you're Shannon Sharp.
Michelle.
That's my Michelle.
I can't see the Weather Channel. Get the hell.
No, that would be you.
What?
Listen,
Get off.
this would be you.
I can't see the Weather Channel. Get the hell up. That's funny. Wait, no, it's not. You know, Walter, I know you know better than I do, but I mean, is there any kind of foreplay for you guys? Foreplay at our age? Yeah, it's come down to, hey, wake up. You know what oral sex for us is? What, she screamed, screw you, and I yelled, bite me. Come on, Walter, at your age, how do you keep things fresh in the bedroom? Febreze? I don't know. My wife and I heard that coffee's good for your sex life. Coffee, yeah, is it? No, it kept me awake through the whole damn thing. I actually had to participate. Doctor said it's bad for my heart, too. All the caffeine. No, seeing my wife naked. That's awful. Oh, you seen her, too? No. So is coffee good for the sex life or not? I don't know, but they're never going to let us back into that Starbucks again. Well, we used the filter with that.
Mouthwash in the
Oh my god.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm down 24-0 in this league. Motherfucker had a kicker. Fucking Brandon Aubrey. He a bitch. Puts up 24 points. Are you kidding me?
Let me see what I'm on Raw, dude.
Shit.
15. You know, I'll take it. 15.2. I'll take it. Montgomery had 14.3. Ooh.
He's gonna convince you to start. Oh, I didn't realize it was nighttime. Holy shit! I'm about to get touched. If I don't get in the fucking house. Hey, dudes. I'm a friend of the natives of a friend.
The car? Don't be like her. I partnered with Thoroughbred to tell you guys that they just came out with their...
The first guy I met years ago when I was still in college, and he is a Vietnam War veteran, and he was a welder at the time, and he'd been married for many, many years, and he was just tired of being in the house and wanted to get out. He saw what I did on weekends. He thought it would be fun just to get up in front of people and just talk and give his points of views on all kinds of subjects. So we tried it a few times. I thought he was great. We've been a team ever since. Please help me welcome my old friend, Walter. Shut the hell up. Walter, you happy to be here? Oh, overjoyed. Last week I was lying on a beach in Maui and I couldn't decide, gee, should I stay in Hawaii or go to frickin' Santa Ana?
Sure.
My God, I can die happy now. Fine city, I don't give a damn. What's wrong with you? I don't know, it's hot as hell outside. My skin's all dry and itchy. You put me in a sweater. Sure as hell not gonna ask you for lotion.
I had to watch this one because it has to do with Black Friday and Walmart.
You know, you don't have to do this. Yeah, I could get a real job. Yeah, what would you do? I want to be a greeter at Walmart. What the hell's so funny? At Walmart, what would be your opening line? Oh, welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out. He got out of the car and there's nothing wrong
Oh,
with him.
we already
Don't you
saw this. It's just a different version of it. You're lucky I didn't play that one.
Well, they deleted my account again.
Wonder why.
It's the third appeal Daddy Reese and I had. Somebody wanted Daddy Reese's ass. And then when the appeal went through, I seen that they had deleted 5 of my videos. Listen up, mofos. I'm a disgusting human being. Bitches, I'm trying to get behind you and I'm trying to do some drilling. So whichever one of you motherfuckers keep on goddamn reporting my shit, show your motherfucking comment in your face so I can block you, bitch. That's just it. You will not stop this motherfucking pervertish
This dude might be worse than Diddy, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, I'm out there. Introducing your Golden State Warriors. Yeah, Warriors. Starting first, Brandon.
Oh, doo-doo garbage. Fucking Brandon Pajemski. Can't wait for the day he gets traded.
It's not that bad.
He's fucking trash. Mr. I'm gonna be the next Curry. I'm gonna lead this team when Curry retires. Can't even drop 30, bro.
He still could. There's still time for him. Not lost calls.
I see him touch that ball, I'm gonna end my life. Oh, just retire. Why are you gonna have your own shoes anyway? Weak ass Starburst. Hey, when's Steph coming back? Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Bro, I'd rather watch Zaza Pachulia play basketball. What the fuck is going on with my
He said I'd rather watch Zaza Pachulia play basketball than Pajemski. Probably because he talks himself up like he's something he's not. Like, he tries to give us promises that he's going to do these things, and he has yet to drop 30 in his career. There's a Twitter account that is literally dedicated that said, I will not post until Brandon Pajemski drops 30 points. How old do you think that account is? That account, that last post that he made was October 25th of 2024.
Look, all I'm going to say is, there is still time for the guy to change. There is.
I'd like to be here to see it, because I've yet to see it.
That's all I'm saying.
The one guy I don't want traded is Will Richard. Everybody making these mock trades and putting in Will Richard. I don't want to trade Will Richard. Like Giannis for Jimmy Butler, Will Richard, Gary Harris, like in that trade. I'm like, bro, I'm fine with giving up Jimmy. I understand if we do trade for Giannis, we're going to have to give up Jimmy. They're going to ask for Jimmy. And they're probably going to ask for one of our young guys. The thing is, I'd rather give up Pods than Will Richard. Because as much as I love Jimmy, Giannis would be an obvious upgrade over Jimmy. As much as I love Jimmy. Do I wish Jimmy would play better? Yes. I more love Jimmy because he's a funny guy. He's a cool guy.
I ain't even gonna lie, Jimmy shows up when it matters the most.
Not last year. I was like, where's playoff Jimmy? Yeah, I wouldn't even say he got us past the Rockets. That was more Curry. Well, the thing that didn't help Jimmy's cause is he did have that contusion in his back. Because, you know, Amen Thompson, who I absolutely cannot stand, because I believe that was a dirty play, but, you know, Draymond has a reputation, so everybody blamed Draymond, but I think Amen Thompson was watching Jimmy Butler come down and literally just said, I'm going to bulldoze him. Like,
there's a lot of blame to go for both sides, though.
When I watch back the clip, I see more of a purposeful from Amen Thompson than I see anything from Draymond. I'm not going to lie, that play kind of fucked us in the playoffs, because if there was any chance of playoff Jimmy showing up, he was not. You know, Jimmy tried to come back as fast as he could in the second round, but he was not 100% at all. I don't even think we're gonna make the playoffs this year.
You'll make the playoffs. At least the plan.
We make the play-in every year, except for the last couple of years. And it just... You know, I don't think the play-in should exist. I think there should be some sort of alternative where, like, yeah, if there's certain but you see some play-ins, and like the 10th seeded team in the play-in has like 6 more losses than the team ahead of them. Like, I don't think they should be involved in it. I think if you have something really close, like the 8 and 9 seed are battling, and they have a really close record, like 42 wins and 41 wins, I think then you could do something, a little mini series, but I don't think a team that is 6 losses behind should be in the play-in, or any sort of play-in. Like, you know how in the MLB they sometimes have a game 163. That could be like in the NBA, you have a game 83 instead of a play-in.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's all about money, man.
I never watched the play-in. The only time I've watched the play-in is when the Warriors are in it. I don't even watch the play-in outside of it. Because the majority of the time what the play-in is going to be is you're going to have the 8 seed get in, you're going to have the 7 seed get in, the 8 seed's probably going to get clobbered by the 1st seed. Because they're 2 different talent levels. And then like the 7 seed, they'll put up more of a fight, but... At the end of the day, what really matters is the top 6. I mean, you've had rare instances where the 8 seed does beat the 1 seed. We believe Warriors, for example. But it hardly ever happens.
Dude, the Cavs would be a miracle to get in the playoffs. Host the home series, the way they're playing.
I think it's actually more common for in the NCAA tournament for a 16 seed to be a 1 seed than in the NBA playoffs for an 8 seed to beat a 1 seed. I actually think it's more common for a 16 seed to beat a 1 seed in college.
Alright, these guys suck. I hate when people in Rocket League are so bad that they're just like they're unplayable with. Like, it pisses me off.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be good because I haven't played it in 4 or 5 years. So, I wouldn't be any good, really.
I wasn't good when I first came back, but I was starting the ball.
But no, I want Pajemski to get better. I want anybody on my team to get better. But it's like when I'm not seeing it, and it's been over a year, and he continuously tries to give us Warriors fans hope and says, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. He put that pressure on himself. He's the one who said, when Curry retires, this is gonna be my team. He's the one who said all this shit. So you better get in that lab, buddy, 'cause Either that or you're not going to have the chance to be seen to be the next, close to Curry or whatever you want to be. Because you'll be in a package deal sent to Milwaukee, buddy. Isn't Giannis like 27, 28 years old at this point? I know he got in the league when he was real young.
I think he's in his 30s.
I thought he was like 27, 28. Because you got to realize Giannis did get in the league when he was really young. Like he was like a 19-year-old. Because he was just one of those players that just came straight from Greece. $1994. He turns 31 in a day. He was born December 6, 1994. Fuck. I mean, he is still in his prime. I don't know why I expect too much out of this team anyway. They're content with the championships we got. They don't care anymore. Curry is our whole brand, and they're okay with that. Like, I get it. Like, I sound, like, I hate to say it. I sound like like, people would call me stupid, Because they're like, you've seen 4 championships. What are you crying about? What is the goal in sports? Regardless of how many championships you've won. It's to win the championship. If it were up to me, I'd want my team to win the championship every single year. That's the goal. I want rings. Now, do I think it's disrespectful to sit up and cry like if you're the Patriots and you're talking to like a Browns fan or a Lions fan? They don't want to hear you're crying. They don't want to hear it. Hell, I didn't want to hear it. For 4 fucking years, all y'all did was bitch and moan. Look, now y'all are back, and I hope you get first round killed. I hope you lose in the first round. I hope you get to the divisional and you look like the Cowboys a couple years ago. You lose 45-10. I hope it happens. The problem is there's not many teams in the AFC that can do that to you. Unless the Bills do it. Although you don't know what the Bills are going to be. The Bills don't even look like they're not even waiting until the playoffs to shit the bed. They're already shitting the bed this time. And I said this to my boy because he was like, what really is the best team in the NFL this year? Because he was like, I don't think you can answer that.
The Broncos.
No, they're not.
They are.
You know how many like field goals you know how many games they've won on just field goals? Game-winning field goals?
I understand that, but the Broncos, when they're at their best, they are the most complete team.
Eagles.
No.
If they pick up their shit, if they fix their shit, you do realize that a lot of their problems is locker room talk. oh, I'm not getting the ball. Oh, I'm not. If they work as a team, they're the best team in football. They're the most complete. If they just came off a Super Bowl win, like, I really think the Eagles can win it all again if they just lock in. A lot of their problems is just locker room talk. Can't argue against their roster.
No,
They got
their roster's fine. Their roster's not the problem. But I agree with you. Locker room is something that you can't fix. That's the thing.
because a lot of the Eagles' problems is I'm not getting the ball. He's not getting the ball. A.J. Brown gets the ball all game, so then Devontae Smith goes and cries. Devontae Smith gets the ball all game, then A.J. Brown goes back and cries. Oh, maybe they want to play a game where Saquon Barkley gets the majority of the ball. Then both receivers are crying. They need to just lock in and remember how they won a Super Bowl a year ago. It wasn't by crying about who's getting the ball, who's not getting the ball. Because I'm telling you, if they lock in, you'll see them in February. I genuinely think that. If they lock in, I do think that offensive coordinator is going to be gone after the season, though, if they don't go all the way.
Very tough to say because
Are the Broncos a good team? Yes. They're a great team. And I think they can surprise people. I think they could make a deep playoff run. They could go to the AFC title game. They could. I don't know many teams that would really be standing in their path that could beat them in the AFC. I mean, the Bills, like I said, they're scrambling. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose in the wild card. Like, they're just scrambling. The Steelers, don't the Steelers currently, or is that it's the Steelers that lead that division, right? North? Who's to say who's going to even win the North right now?
Baltimore right now.
Nobody knows who's going to win the North right now. That's all.
It'll be the Bengals or Browns.
Right. It's a mid-off. That's all it is.
The sad part is the Browns can win that division. That's the sad part.
You'd need a lot to go your way. You probably need losing out, and you guys had to win out, and
We just need the Steelers to split with the Ravens, not sweep them. They just need to finish 8-9.
if I were you, I'd just say fuck it and just lose the rest of the year. I know you still have a chance at a title, division title, but it's really out of reach if you think about it. I would be like more like, I want a draft pick.
I would say going for the division title at this point.
Yeah, but you got to think a draft pick, man. Like,
Tank for draft picks for 19 years. It's time for change, man.
yeah, but you could have said it's time for a change in September. Like, it could have been time for a change in September. Like, but no, the Patriots are probably the biggest threat to the Broncos. God, is this 2014? The fuck?
I think the biggest threat to the Broncos is the Texans.
I still don't know what the Texans are. They got a hell of a defense, but like, is it sustainable on offense? It's kind of what I mean. Like, once you get into the playoffs, like
I'm interested to see what Indy does. How's Indy gonna do? I know Daniel Jones is hurt right now.
To be honest, you want me to be real? There are about 15 to 20 teams that could win the Super Bowl this year. There are. There's a list on Twitter that literally said, I think all these teams could win the Super Bowl this year. This is how, there's not no distinct team this year. And he just listed like 14 of 15 teams. Because the Colts, they looked hot. They looked like they were going to make a run. Now they're kind of staggering a little bit. How are they going to respond to the staggering? We'll have to see. Losing to the Texans is not helping it.
Yeah, but I will say in this defense that Daniel Jones is pretty banged up. He's pretty banged up right now. I think he's playing with a fractured fibula. And that shit sucks.
Yeah, he's probably going to play through it the rest of the year and then have to get surgery in the off season. Yeah. The NFC, like I said, I still think it could be the Eagles if they fix their shit.
Oh, I think they can.
Will
they? I just don't see it.
Then again, don't they have drama every year, though? Didn't they have drama last year? And wasn't there some bullshit last year that was going on? Like, I know in 2023 they had drama. 10-1, and then they lost like 5 straight. I think Eagles. It's tough to be on the Eagles, man. You get a lot expected out of you. And you know what's funny? Pre their Nick Foles Super Bowl, that it wasn't like that. It's only been in the last 7-8 years where it's like you have pressure playing in Philly. Like for the Eagles, you have pressure.
Dude, my fucking teammates are terrible. Like, they need to lock the fuck in. I don't know what the fuck their problem is.
With the Falcons, I think it's time to fire Raheem. I'm gonna be honest. You can wait till after the season, but it's time. It's time. Zach Robinson also needs to be fired. Because the thing is, it gets to a point where the Falcons had high expectations this season. None of those expectations have been met. Again. Zach Robinson has led a horrible offense. Oh, but he's a Sean McVay product. Oh, yeah. He's probably the worst Sean McVay product ever. You know, everybody was excited when we first got him. And he looked great through the first 7 weeks of 2024. Where is that? Where did that go? I think Kirk Cousins' career has been derailed after his shoulder injury that he had. I don't think he's going to be the same quarterback ever again. And it doesn't help that he's like 38 years old. It's a disaster. We're paying him $200 million. Michael Penix, God, who knows what he's going to be anymore. You know, this is going to be his third ACL injury. Well, I think it's like his third or fourth since college. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, I thought his ACL was always going to be a ticking time bomb. I just don't know what to do. I'm dumbfounded. I mean, Bijan's gonna walk. I already know. If we don't fix our shit, Bijan is walking, and I don't blame him one bit. So can Drake London. Drake London can walk if he wants. I don't blame him one bit. I hope if we want to continue doing this baby back bullshit, I'll be okay if we're the third team to go winless in a season. All time. Because you know what? Maybe it will wake some motherfuckers up. Maybe it will. Like, hey, fucker, it's time to wake up. You're 0-17, bitch. It's time to wake up. Something needs to be kicked in the ass. Something. Because you continuously, year after year after year after year, put horrible products on the field. Actually, no, I take that back. You be having really good rosters and doing nothing with them. You want to tell me that we're 4-8 with Michael Penix? Yeah, he's hurt. But Michael Penix, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. You know what it comes down to? Coaching. That's what it comes down to. Oh, and Raheem Morris. Oh, did we just give up a touchdown? I'm going to look at the Jumbotron. That's the main thing I'm always going to remember Raheem Morris for. I will always joke and say this is the Raheem Morris move. Look down, look up at the Jumbotron. Look down, look up at the Jumbotron. You know how many times I've seen touchdowns against us and that motherfucker's looking up at the Jumbotron? Duh! I mean, these guys don't care. And I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the front office. I'm talking about Terry Fontenot. None of these guys care. They don't give a shit. Oh, people are going to come to our games anyway. You know what? They might be right. Ever since we knocked down the Georgia Dome, we might be cursed. Everybody talks about, us getting a new stadium and knocking down the Georgia Dome and that it was a curse. They may be right. Because I haven't seen a playoffs. It gets to a point where, I'm sorry, I'm having a rage session. Because it gets to a point, I haven't seen a playoff since I was in middle school, bro. I haven't seen the playoffs since I was in middle school. The Browns have made the playoffs 2 times. The Lions have fixed their shit since the last time we made the playoffs.
Yeah, but the Browns are still just as dysfunctional as it gets. They're terrible, dude. They are horrible. Like, it's actually not fun. I'm hopping on MLB The Show. It's actually not fun.
And
like, I get you haven't seen the playoffs against middle school. You know what? And I get too that you wake up every Sunday like, I don't want to watch this team play.
I don't.
I don't want to watch the Browns play either. Like, but I do. It's bad. It's really bad. And Haslam every year since he's owned the team, since the team came back in 1999, he's done nothing but make the wrong move every single time, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating you have talent on this roster year after year, and you let it think. You wasted the best left tackle in NFL history.
And you know what?
Career.
I commend him because he only won 46 games, I think, in his whole career. I commend him. And he never bitched, moaned, complained. He still went out on that field and was loyal to y'all. 46 wins. And there was like 130 losses.
I'm not disagreeing, but it's sickening. It really is. You let the best left tackle in football history just fucking...
Over like a 10-year span, this man only gave up 30 sacks. Over a 10-year span.
Joe Thomas played 10,000 consecutive snaps without missing a snap.
And he only gave up 30 sacks in his whole career.
It's gross.
And I think the only players that ever beat Joe Thomas to get a sack were probably some of the best defensive linemen ever. Like J.J. Watt probably got him a couple times.
I think J.J. Watt beat him once.
I'd have to look up every missed block that Joe Thomas has ever had.
He's never missed a block.
No, but like every sack that he's been responsible for letting up.
Sacks are a thing, but he's never missed a block his whole career. And that's, to me, the Browns, I'm going to be honest with you, they had a pretty talented receiver in Andrew Hawkins. Andrew Hawkins was a hell of a receiver.
I remember him on the Bengals, too.
Let him go. Let him walk. Didn't put talent around him. Didn't put a quarterback. Josh Gordon had one of the best wide receiver seasons ever.
Who was the defenders that Joe Thomas led up sacks to? I'm actually looking this up because I'm curious. So over 6,680 pass block snaps. The opposition sacked the quarterback only 30 times against Joe Thomas. One specific example was the most a player has ever gotten on Joe Thomas in a single game. This is the most sacks that Joe Thomas has ever led up in a single game. You ready to hear this? October 11th, 2010, John Abraham, the defensive end for my Falcons, got 2 sacks. He led up 2 sacks. That's it. That's his most ever in a game. "30 sacks and so few over 11 years. Roughly 1 sack. He gave up roughly 1 sack every 223 pass block snaps. So there was 200 snaps between each sack.
Yeah, he's the best left tackle in NFL history.
It's not a debate. If you like, I can try and compile a partial list of known defenders. Sure. That's what I asked you. Like, what? Some years he went with 0 sacks allowed. There were many seasons he didn't even let up a sack. Oh, only one of the sacks in that Falcons game was described as a clear beat on Thomas. So the other one, they describe it as basically he kind of pushed himself into the quarterback.
It's crazy.
There was only one clear beat, though. Thomas blocked for 20 different starting quarterbacks.
We really just wasted the best left tackle of all time.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT, do you think Joe Thomas is the best left tackle of all time? I mean, he should be, but I'm curious to what this has to say. If someone said Joe Thomas is the best left tackle of all time, there's a very real argument for it. A lot of people do put him at number one. He's the first Browns lineman to get in on the first ballot since the 1960s. Who else is in the GOAT left tackle conversation? Anthony Munoz, often considered by number one by old school fans and historians. 11-time Pro Bowl, 9-time All-Pro, 2 Super Bowls, and a more complete resume in terms of success. But then again, they put a team around Munoz, so like they went to 2 Super Bowls with Munoz.
Yeah, didn't they have Aleki Smith or whatever his name is?
Akili Smith was later, way late. Well, it was probably the back end of Munoz's career, but Akili Smith sucked. He was one of the biggest busts of all time. You mean they had Ken Anderson?
Yeah.
They had Boomer Esiason also.
Yeah.
Ken Anderson was pretty damn good.
Yeah, but Munoz had so many better teams around him.
Yeah, and
I will say, the Browns and all those bad teams, they had one of the best offensive lines in the league. They had John Greco, they had Mitchell Schwartz, they had Alex Mack.
I think the only guy who could be in this conversation with Thomas is Munoz. I think that's the only guy, because I don't think Jonathan Ogden is anywhere near. He was good, but I don't think he was anywhere near Thomas, and especially I don't think he was near Munoz either. Walter Jones, nah. See, I think there's only 2 that are really. Well, he was, but like Munoz? Thomas? Nah. I wouldn't go that far. If you want, I can also list Thomas versus Munoz career comparison. Yeah, sure. Thomas versus Munoz. Although, if you try to, like, accolades, people are going to put Munoz. Only because of his 2 Super Bowl appearances. But then again, like we talked about, Joe Thomas had nobody around him, ever.
Joe Thomas had Walmart workers.
Munoz has 1 more Pro Bowl. He has 3 more first-team All-Pros. They have the same number of second-team All-Pros. They're both in the Hall of Fame, obviously. They're both on the All-Decade team. Thomas is in the Browns Ring of Honor. No Super Bowls, but like I said, played on mostly awful teams. So the edge for all pros and team success is Munoz. But then again, like 1 more all pro. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, he had 3 more first team all pros. And he had 1 more Pro Bowl. But then again, didn't Munoz play longer? I think Munoz played longer.
No, Joe Thomas played longer.
Oh, really? Okay. See, Munoz, though, he played 18 more career games. Munoz was 185. Thomas played 167.
Oh, so
Munoz had a few injuries earlier in his career, but still very durable. Thomas never missed a snap until the play where he tore his triceps. So edge goes to Thomas in durability.
Like I said, 10,000 consecutive snaps without
Pass protection dominance. Munoz, known for elite technique, strength, and balance, considered flawless in both run and pass blocking, would neutralize elite 80s/early 90s pass rushers. Thomas, statistically the greatest pass protector ever tracked, so that's considering all offensive linemen. Allowed only 30 sacks in 11 seasons, multiple seasons of 0 sacks allowed, and the best PFF pass block grade of the entire PFF era. So the edge goes to Joe Thomas in that as well. Supporting cast, context. Munoz played on strong, well-coached Bengals teams. Stable personnel, Pro Bowl teammates, and a consistent offensive system and 2 Super Bowl appearances. Joe Thomas played with 20 different starting quarterbacks, constant coaching turnover, some of the NFL's worst rosters ever, and still dominated no matter what. So the edge goes to Thomas in supporting cast. He did more with less by a huge margin. Run blocking. Munoz, one of the best ever, athletic, nasty, explosive, dominant in Cincinnati's run-heavy, power-based scheme, could pull, reach, drive, and seal at an elite level. Thomas, solid to very good run blocker, but not on Munoz's level. Pass protection was the strength in Thomas's game. Edge goes to Munoz in run blocking. So, like it's saying here, it depends on what you value. If you're picking the most complete all-around left tackle ever, Anthony Munoz is an elite run blocker and an elite pass protector and long resume. If you're picking the greatest pass protector ever and maybe the most technically consistent left tackle ever, it's Joe Thomas with insane pass block stats, unmatched consistently, and did it on terrible teams. If you want peak plus longevity plus perfect technical tape, you could argue Thomas. If you want awards, rings, deep playoff runs, and complete games, Munoz. Says my overall verdict, Anthony Munoz, greatest overall left tackle ever. Joe Thomas, greatest pass blocking left tackle ever. Both GOATs in different ways. That's true. I mean,
I'm saying Joe Thomas, and that's not even biased.
Not gonna lie, I agree with you. I would say Joe Thomas. I think Munoz comes close. I mean, it's...
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park slam dunk. It's the furthest thing from the world.
I think they were both elite in their own rights. Like, Munoz was elite at run blocking. Insanely elite at run blocking. He was arguably better than Thomas at running blocking. Thomas was elite at pass protecting and better than Munoz at pass protecting, even though Munoz was still an elite pass protector. You know, it's...
Oh, the Browns.
Wonder what...
Just know how to fuck me, don't they?
Wonder what other debates I could ask ChatGPT. Oh, worst team of all time. 2017 Browns or 2008 Lions. Great question. Both went 0-16. They were bad in very different ways. Here's the clean comparison. 2017 Browns versus 2008 Lions. Their overall record was both 0-16. No separation there. How competitive were they? The 2008 Lions had an average point differential of negative 15.6. Gave up 517 points. One of the worst in NFL history. 10 of their losses were by double digits, and the defense was historically awful. The 2017 Browns average point differential, negative 11.2, lost several one-score games, weirdly competitive in spots. Steelers week 1, Packers OT, Colts close game, and the Steelers last week of the season where they suffered their final loss of the year with Coleman dropping the ball. Oh yeah, like Corey Coleman when he was going along the sideline and they had a first down and he dropped it when there was like a minute left in the game and they could have scored. The advantage goes to the Lions. They got blown out much more often. I wouldn't say that's the advantage. I would say it's worse. Quarterback play. 2008 oh my god. The 2008 Lions quarterback rotation: Dan Orlovsky, Dante Culpepper.
I will say, I think the Browns have the edge here. At least our quarterback didn't run into the back of the end zone.
Dan Orlovsky, Dante Culpepper, and John Kitna. Rating 71.9 combined. Not good, but not total chaos. Oh boy, one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my entire life. Deshaun Kaiser, league leading 22 interceptions, 60.5 rating, one of the worst quarterback seasons ever recorded, and turnovers constantly killed them. The advantage for that is the Browns, worse. Quarterback play was legitimately bottom 5 all time. Coaching and front office, the 2008 Lions. Matt Millen era, notoriously bad roster construction. Rod Marinelli fired after the season, and defense was a disaster at every level. 2017 Browns, Hugh Jackson went 1-31 over 2 seasons. Front office tanking / rebuild strategy. Some talent was there, but no quarterback, plus chaos everywhere. The only bright spot out of this is they got Myles Garrett in the draft the following year. The advantage was the Browns, the worst. The franchise dysfunction from 2016 to 2017 was next level. Actual talent on the roster. Pretty barren talent-wise, although the Lions did have Calvin Johnson in his prime, Kevin Smith, solid back, and a few average players. 2017 Browns had Joe Schobert, David Njoku, Duke Johnson, Joel Bitonio, and Joe Thomas until his injury.
2 Hall of Famers on that list.
The fact that this roster went 0-16 is wild. Advantage for the Browns, worse by context. They had more talent than the license. They had more talent than the Lions and still couldn't win. Which team was worse? If you judge by performance and competitiveness, the 2008 Lions were worse. If you judge by organizational failure, coaching, and how baffling it was that they didn't win a game, the 2017 Browns were worse. Final verdict, the 2008 Lions are the worst team ever. Here's why. They were blown out far more often, historically awful defense, allowed over 500 points, and looked hopeless every single week. Browns at least kept some games close. The 2017 Browns were embarrassing, but the 2008 Lions were a disaster on the field in ways almost no NFL team has ever matched. Yo, we should do something. I used to do this with Jameer, where I'd ask ChatGPT different sports situations if they went differently. So like, how it would have seen sports if like the 2016 Indians won the World Series instead of the Cubs. So like, what would have happened? So do you have any ideas for that you want to do? Like different, like it's like the opposite of what happened.
Actually, I want to know what does GDP think?
EDP? Chat EDP? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go talk to 15-year-olds.
I meant to say, I wonder what
Chat GPT. Okay, it's not. Chat EDP would be me talking to 15-year-olds and bitching about the Eagles. Okay?
Oh my god. Just.
Alright.
I want to know what would happen if the Indians did win the World Series.
How would the MLB have looked differently if the Indians won the 2016 World Series instead of the Cubs? Here's a grounded but fun look at how MLB history likely changes if Cleveland wins the 2016 World Series instead of the Cubs. I'll break into immediate effects, ripple effects, and legacy changes. If the Indians won the 2016 World Series instead of the Cubs' legacy changes a lot. The 108-year drought continues. The Cubs become the most tortured franchise of American sports going into 2017. Theo Epstein's curse breaker storyline isn't complete. He still broke Boston's curse, but his Cubs arc becomes more complicated. Some people even probably question the bullpen management and the choice to use Chapman so heavily. Joe Maddon is viewed differently. Instead of being seen as a genius after 2016, he get more heat for overmanaging in the postseason, especially pulling Hendricks early in Game 7. Chris Bryant's legacy looks a little lighter since he doesn't have a ring attached to his peak MVP era. Cleveland's entire franchise trajectory shifts. The drought ends at 68 years instead of still going. Cleveland's title becomes one of the biggest underdog stories ever, especially with the 3-1 deficit blown by Chicago. Terry Francona's manager legacy skyrockets. He becomes a 3-time World Series champion, the guy who ended 2 historic droughts as well. Core players get boosted reputations. Kluber becomes a postseason legend if Game 7 goes slightly differently. Lindor picks up early future Hall of Famer hype. Ramirez gets more national spotlight several years earlier. And Andrew Miller probably ends up with one of the greatest postseason reliever legacies ever. The Cubs' 2016 through 2020 decisions probably change. Winning in real life brought them patience with the Bryant-Rizzo core, the front office, ownership spending patterns. Without a ring, they might have extended someone earlier, Bryant or Baez, or most likely they may have broken up the core earlier to try and fix the team, quote unquote. Madden might not even last until 2019. Fans get more restless in 2017 and 2018 when the offense slumps. Cleveland's 2017 through 2020 outlook changes too. A World Series win can shift front office behavior, even if ownership is usually cheap. If they win in 2016, they might be slightly more aggressive retaining pieces. The perception of the franchise changes. More free agents might want to go to Cleveland. Lindor's eventual departure still likely happens, but the tone of it is different. The 22-game win streak in 2017 becomes part of a mini dynasty narrative. One of the biggest narrative shifts. The Cubs blowing a 3-1 lead becomes the new meme. So they're saying if the Cubs blew the 3-1 lead instead of the... Right now, Cleveland is known as the team that almost won with a 3-1 collapse. In this alternate timeline, the Cubs blew it. That becomes a massive historical talking point. No, I'd rather it just be the Indians just win Game 7 instead of the rain delay and the...
Fuck the rain delay.
That fake-ass rain delay. There was no rain. It was barely raining. A massive historical talking point, a stain on the Cubs' image, and a thing Cardinals and White Sox fans bring up forever. The 2016 title's emotional iconography, whatever that word is, changes. In real life, Cubs 2016 is considered one of the most important modern sports moments. It became movies, documentaries, merch, and folklore. If they lose, that magic is gone, and Cleveland's win becomes the emotional blockbuster moment instead. Cleveland ends the drought, becomes a sports movie. Rajai Davis's home run becomes the moment instead of a legendary what if. Bro, can you imagine if you guys won that? Rajai Davis's homer would be remembered. Like, it would actually be one of the most iconic moments in World Series history.
I got a curiosity question. What if the Browns would have won the Super Bowl?
What year?
The year they had Flacco.
What if the Browns won the Super Bowl in 2023?
Was that 23?
Mm-hmm. If the Browns won if the 2023 Browns won the Super Bowl, Kevin Stefanski becomes an elite tier coach. Instead of Stefanski does more with less, he becomes the guy who won a Super Bowl with a 4th or 5th string quarterback carousel in the league's #1 defense. He'd instantly be mentioned alongside Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Harbaugh, and Tomlin. Stefanski would probably win Coach of the Year unanimously. He already won it once. This would cement him. Well, he technically won it again that year. Joe Flacco's story becomes one of the greatest sports miracles ever. If the Browns rode Flacco's late season magic into a Super Bowl win, he becomes a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a true legend instead of a meme legend, and the NFL's greatest out-of-nowhere comeback season narrative. A fringe Hall of Fame argument, seriously. He'd be the story of the sports year. The Browns defense gets 2,000 Ravens level respect. This becomes one of the most iconic defenses in NFL history. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year and cements a Hall of Fame trajectory earlier. The secondary, Ward, Delpit, and Thornhill get much more league-wide recognition. Jim Schwartz becomes a top-tier coordinator immediately, maybe even hired away for a head coaching job. The franchise curse narrative ends. A Browns Super Bowl would end one of the NFL's longest-running pain sagas. Could replace decades of misery with a massive culture reset. Create a seismic energy shift in Cleveland sports like the 2016 Cavs, but football-sized. The Factory of Sadness meme dies overnight. The AFC power structure changes. A Browns Super Bowl in 2023 means they'd knock off someone big during their playoff run. The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Dolphins, and maybe Buffalo. Cleveland would suddenly be viewed as a top-tier AFC power, not a fringe playoff team. This affects future playoff seeding, media coverage, free agent interest, stadium hype, and primetime scheduling. They'd go from almost none to 5 or 6 games. Deshaun Watson's situation gets way more complicated. This one is messy but realistic. If the Browns win the Super Bowl without Watson, playing most of the end of the season, the team debates whether he's actually needed. The giant contract becomes even more controversial, and some fans would want Flacco to stay. Media would question whether Watson was even the best QB for the roster. It creates a very awkward offseason. Well, I mean, they're doing that right now as it is. Nick Chubb's legacy grows. Even though he was injured in 2023, a Super Bowl ring puts him in elite company when he returns. He'd likely be considered a top 5 running back of the 2020s and a possible Hall of Fame talent if he bounces back. The emotional angle of him earning a ring while injured would be huge. Cleveland becomes a free agent magnet. Winning changes everything. More veterans take cheaper deals to chase a ring with that defense. Offensive weapons are easier to acquire. Cleveland would become a destination for the first time in ever. The NFL media world explodes. Oh, they would. ESPN, FS1, and every national show would go nuts. Twitter would go nuts. Instagram would go nuts. Almost every social media would go nuts. Are the Browns the new AFC powerhouse? Joe Flacco, Hall of Famer? Is this the greatest turnaround ever? Cleveland sports would be the epicenter of NFL discussion for months. The Super Bowl parade would be one of the wildest in Super Bowl history. Cleveland fans waited decades. No city would celebrate harder. That city might be in shambles after the Super Bowl parade is over. It would probably be 2 million people. Naturally iconic scenes. Destruction in the city, LOL. And a championship documentary guaranteed. A Browns Super Bowl win in 2023 would be the biggest underdog story since the 2001 Patriots. The end of a 60-plus year franchise curse. A legacy-altering moment for Stefanski, Garrett, and Flacco. A seismic shift in AFC power. One of the most beloved titles in NFL history. A game-by-game playoff run scenario. Let's do that one. Alright, here's a realistic hype and alternate timeline for how the 2023 Browns could have made the Super Bowl and won it. Alternate timeline, wild card round against the Texans. The Browns beat the Texans 27-20. Joe Flacco versus C.J. Stroud. Instead of the blowout in real life, the Browns defense shows up like they did all year. Myles Garrett forces a strip sack on Stroud early, setting up a short field touchdown. Flacco hits David Njoku on a 29-yard seam route touchdown. Jerome Ford runs out the clock with 2 clutch first downs. Schwartz disguises coverage is better, confusing Stroud and avoiding the back-breaking zero blitz mistakes. Player of the game goes to Myles Garrett, 2 sacks. Cleveland advances. Browns at the Ravens. Browns win 23-20 in overtime. This is the season-defining upset. Baltimore was the Super Bowl favorite in real life, but Flacco becomes a Ravens killer one more time. Key moments. Ravens lead 17-6 at half. Jim Schwartz's halftime adjustment, non-stop simulated pressures, plus contained Lamar. Lamar throws a late interception to Denzel Ward in the fourth quarter. Flacco turns back the clock with a vintage 2-minute drill to tie the game 20-20. In overtime, Dustin Hopkins, healthy in this timeline, hits a 51-yard game-winning field goal. Player of the game, Joe Flacco, 297 yards and 2 touchdowns, the upset of the year. Cleveland is now America's darling. AFC Championship, Browns at the Chiefs. Final, Browns 19, Chiefs 16. A low-scoring defensive slugfest. The Browns secondary plays the game of their lives. Cooper, Delpit, Ward, and Newsome lock down the Chiefs receivers. Travis Kelce is limited to 48 yards with constant bracket coverage. Flacco throws no touchdowns but plays mistake-free football. Jerome Ford scores the Browns' only touchdown on a screen pass. Wait, that don't make sense. If Flacco threw no touchdowns, how would Jerome Ford score on a screen pass? Okay.
Because the Browns that year used wide receivers as quarterbacks. They did like the Jarvis Landry.
Oh. Myles Garrett hits Patrick Mahomes' arm on a late drive, causing a wobbling pass that gets picked by Rodney McLeod. Hopkins drills the go-ahead field goal with 1:11 remaining. Mahomes' last drive dies at midfield. Player of the game, Grant Delpit, 8 tackles, 2 PBUs, and 1 interception. The Cleveland Browns are going to the Super Bowl. Cleveland loses its mind. Cleveland Browns versus San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. The Browns win 24-21. One of the greatest defensive Super Bowls ever played. The Browns defense harasses Brock Purdy early. Zadarius Smith records a sack fumble that sets up an early touchdown. Flacco hits Amari Cooper on a perfectly placed 38-yard touchdown over Charvarius Ward. Christian McCaffrey breaks a 40-yard touchdown run, but Cleveland contains him otherwise. Kyle Shanahan's offensive struggles versus Schwartz's pressure looks. Early fourth quarter, Purdy throws a pick to Martin Emerson Jr. Cleveland goes up 24-14 on a Nick Chubb honorary team runs it in from the 1-yard line for Nick play. Were they throwing shots at the Seahawks with that? 49ers.
The Seahawks didn't hurt Nick Chubb.
I know. Were they throwing shots at the Seahawks for the 1-yard touchdown? Team runs it in for the 1-yard line. 49ers score once more to cut it to 24-21. Final drive, Purdy is pressured on 4th and 8, throws high, incomplete. The Cleveland Browns win their first Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP, Myles Garrett. The aftermath. Millions flood downtown Cleveland for a parade bigger than the 2016 Cavs. Joe Flacco becomes a modern folk hero, Joe January. Stefanski is hailed as a genius. Myles Garrett cements his Hall of Fame path. The Watson conversation becomes awkward. 2023 Browns defense is remembered as a historic unit. The story is turned into a Netflix documentary within 2 years. Aw, man, what could have been. How the off-season plays out. I want to see that one. How the off-season plays out. Here's a fully alternate 2024.
They re-signed Joey motherfucking Flacco.
February, the afterglow. Stefanski gets a mega extension. The Browns reward the Super Bowl winning coach immediately. 5-year extension, making him one of the highest paid coaches in the league.
Well, he got that in real life, so.
GM Andrew Berry gets extended too. The national narrative.
Also got that in real life, so.
The national narrative becomes Cleveland finally found stability. Joe Flacco mania. Because he just won the Super Bowl, there's pressure from fans and the media. The Browns offer Flacco a 1-year, $12 million deal with incentives. It's a raise, but not starter level money. Flacco says he'll return only if given a real shot at starting. This creates instant quarterback drama with the Deshaun Watson situation. Cleveland can't cut or trade him. Contract is fully guaranteed. But after winning a title without him, these things happen. Stefanski says publicly, Deshaun is our quarterback, but Joe has earned the right to compete. Media pushes a non-stop storyline. Should Watson even start? Inside the building, Watson's camp is uncomfortable. Watson posts cryptic Instagram quotes. That's just who he is, LOL. March free agency. Players take cheap deals to chase a repeat. For the first time ever, Cleveland becomes a destination team. Veterans who sign. An experienced wide receiver 3, think Tyler Boyd type. A rotational pass rusher who wants a ring like Justin Houston type. A veteran backup corner, a depth tight end. Money isn't huge, players are chasing culture plus that defense. Retaining the core. Winning a title changes priorities. In this timeline, Zadarius Smith stays. Instead of leaving in real life, he resigns on a team-friendly 2-year deal to stick with shorts. Grant Delpit extension happens exactly like real life. A title just makes it more beloved. Anthony Walker returns again. Schwartz loves him and he wants another ring. Free agents lost. Even champs lose guys. Jerome Ford becomes a hype name but stays because he's cheap. Shelby Harris goes elsewhere for more money. Some secondary pieces leave because the shine raised their value. But overall, Cleveland holds on to far more talent than expected. April, the NFL draft. Being champs means picking 32nd. The needs are wide receiver depth, defensive tackle help, offensive tackle depth, long-term linebacker replacement, and future quarterback if Flacco retires after 2024. Controversial thought in Cleveland. Round 1, pick 32, a wide receiver. Cleveland grabs a big-bodied wide receiver or a fast separator to help Watson/Flacco. Names that fit. Keon Coleman, Troy Franklin, Xavier Worthy if he somehow slid, and Adonai Mitchell. This addition becomes the weapon for the QB controversy. Defensive line reinforcements on day 2. Schwartz wants more interior disruption. Defensive tackle plus defensive end depth arrives. Day 3, development QB. Late round development QB. Think Sam Hartman or Spencer Rattler tier. Not a replace Watson move, just in depth in case Flacco retires or Watson struggles. June, training camp drama. Quarterback competition, the big storyline. Stefanski tries to downplay it, but it becomes a national story. Watson takes most first-team reps. Flacco gets enough to keep pressure on. Fans chant, Joe, Joe, Joe at open practices. Cleveland media splits into Team Joe versus Team Deshaun. NFL Network does daily camp coverage because the Browns are champs. Locker room split, ? Not toxic, but defensive vets lean toward Flacco. Younger skill players lead toward Watson. Stefanski handles it well, but the tension is real. July, contracts and legacy. Myles Garrett extension talks begin. Coming off a Super Bowl MVP season, Garrett looks like a generational Hall of Famer. Cleveland prepares to make him the highest paid defender in NFL history again. He becomes the true face of the franchise. Nick Chubb's role. Because the Browns won the Super Bowl largely without him, they bring him back carefully. His workload is planned to be lower, but sentiment from fans is strong. Let Chubb get his ring season moment. They give him a team option restructure that keeps him around. August, preseason. The quarterback decision. Stefanski officially names Deshaun Watson the starter, but Flacco is the most trusted backup in the NFL. This satisfies no one, keeps the drama alive, and creates the ultimate storyline. Can Watson reclaim a team that won the Super Bowl without him? Overall offseason summary. Winners, Browns fans, Stefanski, Myles Garrett, the defense, new free agents, Cleveland's national brand. Losers, Watson's image/pressure level, any veteran wide receiver hoping for guaranteed targets, and the rest of the AFC North who now live in hell. Bottom line, a Browns Super Bowl triggers a quarterback controversy the NFL hasn't seen in years, free agents flocking to Cleveland, a more aggressive front office, a run-it-back mentality, the Browns becoming a true national powerhouse brand, one of the wildest training camps in league history. If you want, I can also do a detailed 2024 regular season simulation.
Let's do it.
Give me the 2024 season simulation. With this. Alright, here's a full realistic 2024 Browns season simulation. 2024 Cleveland Browns season simulation Super Bowl defending alternate timeline. Context entering week 1, the Browns are the defending champs. Watson is named the starter, but fans and half the locker room prefer Flacco. The defense is elite again, and Schwartz is still defensive coordinator. The national media treats every Browns game like an event. Week by week results. The Browns versus the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. The Browns beat the Cowboys 27-20. Watson looks sharp. Defense dominates. Watson throws for 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. Garrett sacks Dak twice. Cleveland opens the season with a statement win, 1-0. Week 2, Browns at Jaguars. Browns win 24-23. Nail biter, a Hopkins field goal wins it with 4 seconds left. The Browns are 2-0. Week 3, Browns at Giants. The Browns win 31-10. Cleveland steamrolls the Giants. Defense forces 3 turnovers, 3-0. Browns vs. Raiders, Week 4. The Browns win 30-14. Watson continues to look solid. Fans relax a bit, 4-0. Browns at Commanders. Commanders win 20-17. Watson has his first bad game, 2 red zone turnovers. Flacco chance breakout online, 4-1. Browns lose to the Eagles in Week 6, 27-16. Phillies pass rush smothers Watson. Talk shows start the should Flacco start debate again, 4-2. Week 7, the bye week. Stefanski, blah, I've been reading so much I'm starting to mess up my words. Stefanski publicly backs Watson. Privately, Flacco takes more first team reps. I need to take a drink of water. My throat is dry. No, seriously. Oh, there we go. Oh, my throat feels so much better. Okay. Let's keep this going. Privately, Flacco takes more first-team reps. Week 8, the Browns versus the Bengals. Result, Browns win 19-17. Ugly but tough win. Defense wins at record 5-2. Browns-Ravens, Monday Night Football. The Ravens win 28-20. Baltimore hands Cleveland a reality check. Watson throws 2 late picks and media meltdown begins. 5-3. Week 10, Browns vs. Chargers. The Browns win 21-14. Jerome Ford explodes for 121 yards. Watson plays clean but not great. Record 6-3. Week 11, Browns at the Saints. Saints win 23-20. Watson throws a brutal interception in overtime. Stefanski is non-commented, doesn't comment afterward. Record 6-4. The shift, QB change. In this timeline, the Browns are defending champs. The locker room is used to success. Players tell Stefanski privately, Coach Flacco gives us the best chance. Stefanski makes the move going into Week 12. Week 12, Browns versus Steelers. Browns win 26-17. Joe Flacco starts. Cleveland loses its mind. He throws for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. This stadium feels like a playoff game. Record 7-4. Browns at the Broncos. The Browns win 23-13. Flacco is steady and the defense dominates. Record 8-4. Browns at the Steelers, Thursday Night Football, Week 14. Oh yeah, this was the snow game, wasn't it?
Yeah, would have been.
Result, the Browns win 17-16. Another gritty Flacco win. Myles Garrett forces a fumble to seal it. Record 9-4. Browns versus the Chiefs, 4:25 CBS game of the week, Week 15. The Chiefs win 27-24. Instant classic, Flacco nearly pulls off a comeback, but Hopkins misses a 32-yard field goal. Record 9-5. Week 16, Browns at the Dolphins. The Browns win 34-31. Shootout. Flacco throws for 347 yards. Record 10-5. Week 17, Browns at the Bengals. Browns win 24-20. Cleveland fights, but the Browns secondary clamps. Oh my God. Clamps in the fourth, 11-5. It's like when you read so much, you start like fucking up. Week 18, Browns versus Ravens. The Browns win 23-21. The Browns sweep the final 3 divisional games with Flacco. Baltimore rests more starters but still tries to win. 12-5 is the record. So these are the final 2024 standings in the AFC. The Chiefs are 13-4, which in real life they were 15-2. The Ravens were 12-5, Browns went 12-5, Texans 11-6, Bills 11-6, Jaguars 10-7, and look what do we have here?
Pittsburgh
9-8. Yep. Even in a simulation, the Steelers still go 9-8.
They still find a way to fucking do it.
Cleveland finishes 12-5 and wins the NFC North tiebreaker over Baltimore. They get a home playoff game as the 3 seed. Key player statistics. Joe Flacco in 11 starts still throws for over 3,129 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 picks, 64.5 completion percentage, and a 9-2 record as the starter. Deshaun Watson, 1,609 yards, 8 touchdowns, 7 picks, 59% percentage, and a 3-4 record as the starter. Myles Garrett, 15.5 sacks, finalist for Defensive Player of the Year again. Amari Cooper, 1,180 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jerome Ford, 1,108 total yards and 9 touchdowns. The narrative entering the playoffs. Flacco is the unquestioned QB again. Some wonder if Cleveland can repeat. The Browns have arguably the best defense. Schwartz interviews for head coaching jobs but stays focused. The NFL world smells a possible dynasty run. Let's do the full playoff simulation. With this. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, here's the full 2024 NFL playoff simulation in the universe where the Browns won the Super Bowl previous year. AFC playoff bracket is the Chiefs, Ravens, Browns, Texans, Bills, Jaguars, Steelers. Of course, the Steelers have the last wild card spot at 9-8. The NFC playoffs, 49ers, Lions, Cowboys, Excuse me? The Falcons?
Goats?
The Packers, the Eagles, and the Rams. You know, that would have happened in real life if Kirk Cousins didn't hide a shoulder injury and we didn't collapse. Okay, the wild card round. The Browns faced the Jaguars and beat the Jaguars 2017. Why do I keep saying 2017? 27-17. Cleveland's defense comes out on fire. Myles Garrett strip sacks Trevor Lawrence early, setting up a short touchdown for Jerome Ford. Joe Flacco throws 2 touchdowns, one to Amari Cooper and one to Njoku. Lawrence throws a late interception to Emerson, trying to force a comeback. Player of the game, Joe Flacco, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Ravens beat the Steelers 30-10. The Bills beat the Texans 31-28. That sets up the divisional round, where the Browns will face the Ravens again, and the Bills will face the Chiefs. Wow. The Browns beat the Ravens in the divisional round 23-20. A rematch of the AFC North Heavyweights Game of the Year candidate. Key moments: Lamar Jackson breaks a 40-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Cleveland responds with a Flacco to Cooper deep shot. Garrett and Zadarius Smith collapse Lamar's pocket repeatedly. Fourth quarter tied 20-20. Flacco leads a classic 2-minute drill. Njoku makes a ridiculous one-handed grab. Hopkins drills a 46-yard field goal with 27 seconds left. Player of the game. Player of the game, Myles Garrett, 2 sacks, 5 pressures. Cleveland knocks off Baltimore for the second straight postseason. The Chiefs beat the Bills. What a surprise. What a surprise. The AFC Championship game, the Browns and the Chiefs. A rematch of their regular season thriller. The Browns win 26-23 in overtime. Yes, they do it again. Key moments: Cleveland's defense confuses Mahomes by making simulated pressures. Chiefs lead 20-13 entering the fourth. Flacco hits Elijah Moore for a 47-yard touchdown on a broken coverage. Mahomes drives for a go-ahead field goal with 1:48 left. Flacco answers with a vintage drive, moving the Browns to field goal range. Hopkins ties it 23-23 with 5 seconds to go. In OT, the Browns win the toss. Heavy doses of Ford plus a huge Njoku catch puts them inside the 10. Stefanski doesn't risk a turnover. Hopkins hits a walk-off AFC champion field goal. Browns are headed back to the Super Bowl. The 49ers would beat the Lions in the NFC title game. In the Super Bowl, the Browns versus the Niners. The Browns win 24-20. Cleveland repeats. Super Bowl breakdown. The first half, Browns defense forces a Purdy interception by Emerson. Flacco finds Njoku for an early touchdown. McCaffrey scores on an end zone run. Browns lead 13-10 at half. Second half, Zadarius Smith strip sacks Purdy. Cleveland gets 3 points. 49ers respond with a long touchdown drive capped by Deebo Samuel. Entering the fourth, the San Francisco leads 20-16. The final drive. With 4:55 to go, Flacco begins a legacy drive. Cooper toe tap on the sideline. Ford screen gains 22. Njoku breaks 3 tackles for 18 yards. First and goal from the 6. Flacco to Cooper touchdown. Browns lead 24-20. 49ers final possession. Purdy is pressured relentlessly. 4th and 12. Myles Garrett beats Trent Williams inside. Hits Purdy's arm incomplete. The Browns win back-to-back Super Bowls. Super Bowl MVP goes to Joe Flacco. 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. The oldest QB to ever win a Super Bowl MVP. A Hall of Fame debate explodes immediately. Postseason stat leaders: Joe Flacco, 1,145 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks, 19 pressures, 1 forced fumble, and 1 deflected interception. Amari Cooper, 368 postseason yards, 3 touchdowns, and Njoku, 28 catches, 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a dominant tight end postseason. Legacy changes. Joe Flacco becomes a Hall of Fame quarterback, no question. Stefanski is a top 5 coach in the NFL. Garrett becomes a first ballot Hall of Famer without question. Cleveland becomes a dynasty, 2 rings and 2 AFC titles. Deshaun Watson is 100% traded or benched in 2025. His era is over. The Browns defense enters all-time discussions. Next options, the 2025 offseason.
Yeah. I want to see if Flacco retires.
Alright, here's the 2025 offseason timeline. 2023 Browns won the Super Bowl, beat Miami in the wild card, blah, blah, blah. It's just the things leading up to this.
Season recap.
Major storylines entering 2025. Who replaces Joe Flacco as QB2/insurance behind Watson? Can the Browns keep their elite defense together with rising salaries? Does Nick Chubb stay? The Super Bowl window narrative remains big for 2025. Key Browns free agents. Zadarius Smith re-signs to a 2-year, $26 million deal. Cleveland prioritizes keeping him around. Anthony Walker walks in free agency. Too many injuries. Browns go younger. Grant Delpit re-signs to a 4-year, $56 million deal. Wyatt Teller traded to the Commanders. Cap casualty after they pay Delpit and Zadarius. Return a 2025 second-round pick. Nick Chubb resigns to a team-friendly 1-year, $8.5 million deal. The Browns keep him after the city practically demands it. Joe Flacco retires. He gets a statue outside the stadium for the 2023 and 2024 run. Wide receiver Amari Cooper gets an extension of 2 years, $40 million. Still the team's best receiver. Browns don't let him walk yet. Coaching staff changes. Jim Schwartz gets a massive head coach interest but stays. Bears, Titans, and Raiders all request interviews. Browns increase his salary and give him assistant head coach title. He feels loyalty after the 2023 and 2024 ring. Alex Van Pelt leaves for the Commanders' OC job. Browns hire a young offensive mind from the 49ers tree. Brian Callahan retires from full-time offensive line coaching. Huge blow, but he stays on as a consultant. Major 2025 free agency moves for the Browns. The Browns signed quarterback Gardner Minshew to a 1-year, $10 million deal. He becomes the new veteran insurance plan behind Watson. Cleveland wants a playable backup after the Flacco miracle. Deontay Foreman on a 1-year, $3 million deal. Depth behind Ford and Chubb. Dalton Reisner, 2 years, $14 million. Oh my God. $14 million. Wyatt Teller replacement. Linebacker Dalton Reisner. Linebacker Devin White, a 1-year prove-it deal. Schwartz's system will elevate him. Greedy Williams returns on a cheap deal. Depth and sentimental fan favorite. 2025 NFL Draft. Remember, Teller trade gave them an extra second rounder. Jerzon Johnny Newton from Illinois, who they'd taken in the first round. In the second round, Cooper Beebe from Kansas State. Round 3, Marshawn Lloyd from USC. Round 4, Tommy Eichenberg from Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio kid plus hard-nosed linebacker equals fan favorite immediately. Remaining picks, offensive line depth, special teams, and developmental DBs. League-wide fallout from the Browns' success. The Ravens-Browns rivalry becomes the NFL's top rivalry. Chiefs fans consider the Browns their AFC kryptonite. Can you imagine? Kevin Stefanski becomes a top 5 coach in the league. Myles Garrett becomes the face of the NFL defensive players. Well, I mean, we can't really do the 2025 season simulation, but do you want to hear it? I mean, because it's technically the 2025 season right now.
Enlighten me.
Alright. 25 season simulation. This is the last season I'm doing, though. Because my voice is... Here's the full 2025.
The Rockies for the one.
Alright, so...
Miles Michaelis sucks.
Browns finished with okay, week by week breakdown. Week 1 versus the Bengals, Browns win 24-20. Watson plays efficiently. Worthy scores his first. And Garrett sacks Burrow twice. Record 1-0. Week 2 at the Steelers. Steelers win 19-16. Your typical ugly AFC North game. Offense struggles on the road. Boswell hits a 52-yard game winner. 1-1. Week 3 versus the Chiefs, a rematch of the 2023 and 24 AFC title. Browns win 27-23. Stefanski comes in loaded. Emerson picks off Mahomes on a final 2-minute drill and a national statement win. Browns 2-1. Week 4 at the Broncos. The Broncos win 20-17. Altitude plus letdown week after the big KC win. 2-2. Ravens beat the Browns in Week 5, 26-21. Lamar plays lights out. Watson throws a late interception. Record 2-3. Week 6, the bye. Adjustment week. Browns fully integrate Marshawn Lloyd more into the running back rotation. Week 7 at the Commanders. Browns win 30-14. Teller's revenge game, but the Browns dominate. Newton gets his first NFL sack plus forced fumble. Cooper has 120 yards, 3-3. Week 8 against the Raiders, the Browns win 34-17. Watson's best game of the season. Njoku 2 touchdowns. Defense feasts on rookie quarterback mistakes. Record 4-3. Week 9 versus the Eagles. Eagles win 23-20 in overtime. Defensive slugfest. Browns blow a late lead. Record 4-4. Week 10 at the Bengals. The Browns beat the Bengals 28-24. Watson outduels Burrow in the fourth. And Worthy catches a 60-yard bomb to seal it. So in this timeline, they somehow land Xavier Worthy. It didn't tell me how, but record 5-4. Week 11 versus the Steelers. Browns win 26-10. Browns bully Pittsburgh physically. Chubb rushes for 112 yards. The defense dominates. It's record 6-4. Week 12 at the Saints. Trap game. The Saints win 21-17. Record for the Browns 6-5. Week 13 versus the Texans. Rematch of the 2023 wild card game in the Stroud rivalry. The Browns win 31-28. Game of the year candidate. Stroud throws 3 touchdowns. Minshew finishes the game after Watson gets banged up. Hopkins hits the game winner. Record 7-5. Week 14 at the Ravens. Ravens win 30-23. Oh, they're starting to struggle. Browns defense can't contain Lamar. Ravens win the division head-to-head tiebreaker. Record 7-6. Week 15 versus the Falcons. Browns win 24-13. Fuck you. Defense suffocates the Falcons. Newton has 2 sacks. Chubb scores late to ice it. Record 8-6. Week 16 versus the Chargers. Browns win 33-27 in a shootout. Watson throws 3 touchdowns. Worthy has 140 yards. Garrett strip sacks Herbert to end it. Record 9-6. Week 17 at the Jaguars. Jaguars win 16-13. Late field goal dooms Cleveland. Cleveland is 9-7. Week 18 at the Panthers. Browns win 27-7. Win and end scenario. Cleveland dominates the weaker team. Record 10-7. But the final AFC seedings break favorably, and they finish 11-6, via strength of schedule, says tiebreakers. Whatever you say. Okay. So the 2025 AFC playoff seeding is the Ravens at 12-5, Chiefs 12-5. Yeah, they wish. The Dolphins at 11-6, Bills at 10-7, Browns at 10-7, Texans at 10-7, and the Jaguars at 10-7. 2025 playoff run for the Browns. Wild card round against the Bills. The Browns win 23-20. Weather game. Chubb grinds out 98 yards. Emerson picks off Josh Allen to seal it. Divisional round. The Ravens get them. 27-17. Baltimore finally beats Cleveland in the postseason. Lamar is too much. Watson struggles under heavy pressure, and the Browns defense cracks late. Season ends in divisional again. But the Browns now have 3 straight playoff trips, 2 World Super Bowls, I almost said World Series titles, 2 Super Bowl titles, 2 AFC Championship appearances, top 5 defense every year, improved Watson play, a young wide receiver in Xavier Worthy coming on strong, and Newton looking like a future All-Pro. And that's it. I knew it was coming because they were making y'all starting to struggle. So that's what would have happened according to ChatGPT if you guys won in 2023.
Now this makes me hate Deshaun even more. And hate the Texans even.
What you mean? Y'all beat the Texans at one time. Y'all only played one time. Well, and then y'all played again, but that was in the regular season.
Dude,
Oh, you're talking about what happened in real life. I get what you're saying. Because the Texans beat y'all in real life to make this all not happen.
Yeah, we're down to the Rockies 4-2 right now in the bottom of the 6th. Miles Michaelis is fucking garbage. I'm dumping Miles Michaelis after this game. I'm cutting him. He's done. Luckily, we have an explosive offense. Damn, you're drinking hard.
Yeah. Because my throat needs it. Fuck. All that fucking reading.
Are you okay, man? Are you dead, man?
I'm okay, man.
Come on, let's beat the fuck out of these Rockies.
Not the Rockies, the Rock Hards. They're all rock hard. So funny.
Fuck you, Juman Cameronero. Stupid bitch.
It's not his fault.
Thank God Ozzy Albies is the MVP of the world.
God, I wish. The fuck?